Hey everyone, I'm Gordon Coyle, and today I'd like to introduce you to another member of the Connect-4 networking group, Tommy Neyland. These recordings are an opportunity to get to meet members of the Connect-4 network and to continue our networking during the pandemic. So welcome, Tommy.
Thanks very much, Gordon. I appreciate you having me. This is great.
Yeah. Tell me a little about yourself, what you do, and how you do it.
The name's Tommy Neyland. I am the Director, Executive VP of Sales, for Dauntless Discovery. What we do is basically we help law firms and corporations identify, manage, and review information electronically that's potentially relevant to a litigation or investigation.
Great. Tell me about who your ideal client is. Who do you mostly work with, and what makes an ideal client?
Great question, Gordon. Our ideal clients are really any law firm specifically that has a litigation team, any corporation that might be faced with litigation. Every company should be at least familiar with what e-discovery is. And therefore, any law firm that's representing a company should be at least familiar. So we talk to a lot of law firms on a regular basis because the bigger law firms have a lot more volume, but they also have a lot of resources, whereas the smaller firms may have less volume but less resources.
The pandemic has shut down the courts for the most part. So what are you doing differently during this period of time?
During this pandemic, I find myself not only dealing with existing matters that my company's working on, of course, and being there for my clients as needed, but I'm trying to very carefully reach out to clients, and the message is really just about their well-being. My clients know what I do. They know what I'm here for, but I really just want to check in with people, make sure they know that we are fully running up to speed and ready to help if needed, but also keeping in mind that my whole intention for reaching out isn't just to let them know that. And my clients understand that. I really do care about them and their family.
So Tommy, I know that there's a lot of competitors in the e-discovery business. Can you give me a little bit of an idea of what your firm's value proposition is and how you differentiate?
Absolutely, you're right. There is a lot of competition. The differentiation factor is it's a story I love to tell, and it's pretty straightforward and simple. The founders of Dauntless Discovery, along with several members of the project management team, are attorneys that formerly worked at a top 10 global law firm. They actually helped build and manage a team, a practice group that was specifically designed to service clients as far as e-discovery. So if you can imagine the high level of expertise and service that they had to provide to clients that were a client of a law firm like that, you can imagine how well trained our team is. So taking that expertise and laying that as the foundation for Dauntless, starting in 2016, is really an incredible value, especially when it's offered at vendor pricing. And I think that's the main reason we've seen incredible growth since 2016, mainly through referral and repeat business, because law firm clients and corporate legal departments seem to really appreciate that so much of our team came from those same litigation trenches like they did.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So the guys that started the firm really worked the trenches. They know what it's all about. They knew what was good and what wasn't so good about e-discovery, and they probably took the best of the best to form what was in Dauntless.
That's a great way to put it. That's what they did. And it's another part of that whole goal of helping clients in any way we're needed. We're flexible to where we fit in.
Shifting gears a little bit, what are you doing to stay sane, and what are you doing to have a little bit of fun when you can?
Great. That's another great question. Staying sane. I'm trying my best to keep as organized as I can inside of my house. Of course, I want to spend as much time as possible with my family. I have a 7-year-old daughter. My wife and I are keeping her busy, and along with our 2-year-old dog. Just a lot of family time, but making sure my family knows that when I'm in the room with the door shut, I have to be sort of left alone, because I am trying to be here for clients. I'm trying to research things, and I think the quickest way to start losing my marbles is when I'm in the middle of something like this and somebody comes storming through the door. Setting a schedule, keeping organized, but having as much fun as possible with my family is the best way to go about my day. Virtual conversations like this are great, whether it's coffee for networking, happy hour with clients or old friends.
So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to reach you today and even after the disaster wraps up?
Yeah, so I love an old school phone conversation. It doesn't have to just be email. So my cell phone for that is 917-807-1887. But an email is great too. And LinkedIn's great too. If anybody wants to make a connection, like I said, I love LinkedIn. I love using it to help myself and others.
Great, great. Well, Tom, it's been great chatting with you today. I hope this has been valuable. And until the
Very
next
valuable.
time, I'm Gordon Coyle, looking forward to another interview, and stay well.
Thanks, Gordon. You got it. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate this.
Great. Thanks, Tom.